I started working a full-time job again. And while I was working a full-time job, I just didn't want to do the tasks that were necessary. I have tasks that I set out to do, but I don't take action. Reports have to be made, and I'm not making them. And I've been delaying it, making excuses, procrastinating. And then I started asking myself, am I getting lazy? Because just 1 month ago, when I was home for an entire month and simply worked on my personal brand, I wasn't experiencing this. I wasn't experiencing this because I was waking up early in the morning and working 12 hours, almost without any breaks, taking off every task that was on my to-do list that was related to recording videos, related to working on my personal brand, related to improving my skill of talking in front of a camera, that now suddenly I'm unable to write a report down for work that doesn't sound logical, that doesn't sound like me, but yet it was happening. That's when a couple of days ago, suddenly the realization kicked in. There's an unmet need that is being fulfilled, and that is doing what I love. The reason why I was able to tick off all the tasks in the month of December and everything that is related to recording videos, everything that is related to my personal brand and building the business is because I love it. It's because I want to do it. It's because I'm passionate about it. It's because my heart and soul goes out into it. Now, the job that I'm working, not so much. The job that I'm working, I know that it is something that is temporary. It's not something that I want to keep doing. So my heart and soul isn't going out into it. And what you don't enjoy, you automatically will not give your all in. And I never really understood that line up until a couple of days ago. That's when it really clicked for me, because I have experienced firsthand that when you do something you love, which by the way is the first time that I've really experienced it, that I was really able to lock in for many hours in one sitting and just work and not even get tired, instead be energized. And when I was tired, it didn't feel like I was going to give up. When you find the thing that you love, you simply want to persevere regardless of it. Regardless of the challenges that appear, you actually want to experience them. So perhaps this is something that is worth asking yourself. Is that what you were doing? Is that something that you love? Because maybe you are disciplined, maybe you have willpower, maybe you have character, and you do show up and you do implement all those things. Because I know for a fact that I have all of those things. I have the skill to persevere. I have discipline because I've been trading it for almost 8 years now. I have willpower, but yet I struggle with it. Sometimes I do procrastinate tasks. But then when I analyze in what areas I am procrastinating at, it's because I'm procrastinating on the things that I don't enjoy doing. As in, they don't bring me any sort of fulfillment in my life. They're not the thing that I want to do. And of course, the personal brand, of course, building a business has tasks that you don't want to do. But even those tasks that you don't want to do are not as bad as working a job or doing something that you absolutely don't enjoy doing. And no matter how disciplined you are, no matter how much willpower you have, they will not help you. So it has to start from the core. It has to start from the bottom. You already have to start doing the thing that you enjoy. This brings me back to when I used to play video games. I used to love playing video games for hours and hours and hours on end. I would wake up in the morning or in the afternoon when I used to sleep up until late, because before that I was awake up until early in the morning playing video games. I was able to sit there for many hours on end without going to the restroom, without eating. There would be days where I just simply eat once. I took like a pizza out of the freezer, put it in the microwaved it for 5 minutes, ate it real quickly. Sometimes I didn't eat it fully so that I could then return to my console or my computer and play video games. Why was that? Because I loved what I was doing. I loved playing video games. Of course, playing video games is not really the good thing to do. It was not the right way of spending my time. But upon reflection, that was a hint of what you're willing to do when you really love and enjoy that what you are doing. So I had experienced that in building my personal brand, in recording these videos, in connecting with you guys. And now having built my community where we help ambitious men overcome emotions so that they can make better decisions, to bring value, to bring meaning, to create a lasting impact in the world. I've not slept many hours last night. I have to go to work after recording this video, but yet I'm not energized to do that. But I am energized to record this video. I'm getting so much fulfillment and so much enjoyment out of doing this. And that's because what I do is what I love. Something that's quite contradicting, but is the truth about the society we live in right now. about the world we live in right now is that times have changed. Back in the day, let's say early, 1990s and before that, and even before the 2000s, there was nothing like building an online business. There was nothing like following your passion. There was nothing like that. Because you had to work many hours and work a job that you didn't like in order to come by. Life was way harder than what life is right now. Every opportunity that we can accomplish lies in front of us. So I was raised with the mindset of the past, a mindset that was applied in the times of then, when the times of now have changed and requires a whole new updated perspective of how you should approach the world, of how you should approach the working world. It has never been easier to become an entrepreneur. It has never been easier to build your personal brand. It has never been easier to be your own boss. I was having a conversation yesterday with a couple of friends, and all of them, they are online entrepreneurs, and they all sit at home, work behind their laptops, and they talk with foreigners. In the past, my parents, they had to leave their country to a foreign country to work along with foreigners and leave their families behind so that they could make money. Nowadays, that is not even required anymore. You don't have to leave the country you are living in order to provide for your family, in order to make it happen. That's how big of a shift has happened in the last couple of years. Sadly, a lot of people are still stuck in that old perspective, and I myself still have those remnants as well. And I'm fighting it daily to make sure that I'm reminded of, yeah, life is different, and it is possible, and we can make it happen. And you have to make it happen. In the past, everybody did things they didn't love because that was the way to survive. That was the way to make it happen. They were doing that what was necessary. But what does that even mean, to do that what is necessary? Well, for most people, that would be to say, bring in the money. Yeah. But in what way? How many people have lived their lives being depressed? How many people have lived their lives knowing that they didn't fulfill that they knew that they could do? But due to the circumstances that life was back then, they were unable to do so. And so they regret basically the life they lived. Some people don't regret it, and they've made peace with the situation, and props to them that they were able to do that. Most people didn't. Most people till this day are lying in their deathbeds, regretting things that they have not done, that they didn't follow the thing that they loved. Almost everybody you meet that actually has become an entrepreneur, successful entrepreneur, who is living a life that is more aligned to what they want, they all had to make a very difficult decision. They all had to go against the perspectives of what other people thought of them. And perhaps perhaps being unable to do that creates a lot of fear. I know it does, because it does for me. You know, it is scary to go down a path that goes against that what everybody is following on, against the path that everybody is following, but yet you know it's the right path. And so still you want to be the best you can be. But again, what does that mean? Do you have to be the best for yourself or for somebody else? Because at the end of the day, who are you living this life for? Is it for you or for somebody else? Now, as I was going through the experience of realizing that I'm not lazy, realizing that I'm not doing something that I love, I started to pick up on the self-sabotaging things that I was doing to myself. I'm constantly thinking I'm going to call in sick at work. I'm constantly thinking I'm going to quit working my job. I'm constantly thinking about all these negative things that I could do, like disappearing, breaking off contact with everybody. But I know that is not the right thing to do, because I'm aware that it's simply the unmet need that I'm not doing the thing that I love. So I have to address that what I love, and I have to keep doing that and prioritize that as much as possible. Sometimes you will have to make a decision, and that decision will be in your benefit, but in the negative for many other people. And that decision will come at a time when it doesn't seem like it's the right time to make that decision. And there will be many excuses in your mind for why you shouldn't do it. You don't have the contingency plan set in place. You don't have the skills yet. You don't know what you're doing. I have a repertoire of making a decision when everything wasn't the way that it was supposed to be. And every time that I made that decision and ignored the excuses that I was making, I made a lot of progress. So every time you ask yourself why you can't do the work, ask yourself first and foremost, do I love what I'm doing? Is this something that I would do for 10, 20, 30 years? If you already feel doubt, but yet you still say yes, then perhaps your idea of what you want to do has not been created by you, but has been created by your environment. So in order for you to overcome that, you must step away. You must step away and be alone with yourself and with your thoughts. However you want to do it, I'll leave that up to you. Whether you want to go to a retreat, whether you want to go camping by yourself, whether you just want to sit alone with yourself in a room and do nothing, no computer, no internet, no phone, nothing, no music, just simply being one with yourself and allowing your thoughts to manifest and listening to what your thoughts are saying and what your thoughts are driving you to, 100%. I can guarantee you that you will find out what you want to do. You will get a glimpse of that life that you must live. And when that happens, you have to take action. You have to take action because if you don't, you allow the fears of other people and of yourself win. And if you want to be the greatest version of yourself and live the life that you desire, you will have to go against it. And you will have to do exactly the opposite of what the fear is telling you. Because fear shows you an area of improvement. Fear usually shows you the decision that you have to make. What you fear most is usually that what you have to do. I hope this video has been of value for you. If you want to learn how to manage your emotions and to make better decisions, click the first link in the description box. I'd love to talk to you. I'd love to get to know you and help you out in your situation. How amazing would it be if you would overcome your fear, overcome the anxiety, overcome the negative thoughts that your mind is telling you, and then make a decision that is aligned towards a life that you want to live and finally feel like you are making progress towards your goals. So go do that right now. I want to wish you a very nice day, and remember that you are 100% responsible for the results in your life. Make the hard decision today, and I'll see you in the next one. All right? Bye-bye.